Hello and welcome to this week's live. I was laughing at myself, right? I'm getting ready and I'm looking at my computer. I'm like, okay, I gotta do the settings so that I can do this live. By the way, I'm still in Boston, so today it's a little chilly. So of course I'm like, I miss the Sunshine State because it is chilly. But as I was looking, my eyes are blurred, and I'm like, wait a minute, I can't see. So guess what? I had to scramble and look for my glasses and listen. Listen. You remember that video with that little kid? Listen, Linda. Listen. Listen, Linda. I had to tell myself, listen, listen. You need your glasses. Wear your glasses. I remember back in the days when I was first, prescribed these glasses. I think I was like 12 or 13 years old when I had the glasses. And I couldn't see things that are far, which is still the same thing, that I can't see things that are far. But now I can't even see things that are close. Ah, yeah, 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 yeah. I guess that's life. And finding your joy, which is our topic today, is about embracing what is, embracing the fact that I need to wear my glasses, and I need reading glasses, and I need driving glasses. I have to wear them. So this is my first time coming out live with my glasses. But the fact is, I can see now. I can see and read and be able to press play and press go live. I could do that. Anyway, let me not get away from the topic, but it's so exciting. So here's the thing. I wanted to talk about finding your joy today, inspired by an event that I attended this last Saturday. So I'm still in Boston. My sisters and my mom, they're all around here. My brother, one of my brothers is here. So it was a really great time to be around this time on Mother's Day and be here on Mother's Day with all of them. How was your Mother's Day? I hope and pray that you had a wonderful, memorable Mother's Day. And if mother is no longer here, I hope the memories of mom really made this day another memorable, day to celebrate her life. So let's not forget that we need to continue to celebrate our mothers, whether they're here or they are gone, up in heaven, that we still can continue to leave their legacy and to continue to, commemorate their lives. So I hope that you had a wonderful day, on Mother's Day. So Saturday was the day that we went on this hats and heels tea. Whew. First of all, the day started off with us going in the basement of my sister Nikki. So I was with my two sisters, Nikki and Sid, two of the five sisters. There are five of us. So I went with Nikki and Sid. So we had to go to Nikki's basement because there's a whole warehouse of things that you buy on Chennai, CHENAYII.com. I need to put it underneath this as well. But so we went in there looking for the hats. We had our outfits. Each person had their outfits, and we're like looking at the hats and matching the hats. So it was so much fun, doing that. I mean, talking about finding joy, it was just joy from the beginning. We didn't even know that the topic was going to be finding your joy. So we had our hats, selected our hats, that you see on social media. I posted pictures of me and my sisters out there, and we went to attend the North Shore Juneteenth Association. With the ones that were presenting this hats and high heels, and they had as their keynote speaker the former first Black female mayor of Boston. Ooh, did I say that long enough? First Boston female Black mayor, Kim Janey. I'm so excited talking about her. She was on point. So her topic was finding your joy. So what I decided to do this week is to take, that topic and expand on it so that we can have a conversation about finding your own joy. It's one of those things that, in order for us to create or to live and enjoy this new normal that this COVID brought to us and is continuing to bring to us, I mean, we're continuing to just blossom, flourish because of this COVID. Every day we're trying to find ourselves and to find our grounding, right? So finding your inner joy is something that I think will enhance our lives and also help us to be more content in this new way of living that we have right now. So she talked about finding the joy within, having a joy agenda in your life, making sure that in everything that you do, the agenda is ultimately to find your joy. She had three things that she talked about. She said the first thing that you have to do is find you. And then she said the second thing that you have to do is find your tribe. And then the third thing is finding your joy. So for those of you that saw the topic and you think finding your joy and you think, oh, it's just on the surface, we always talk about finding your joy and everything. This is not about that. Finding your joy is not the first thing that you do. You find your joy after you find you. And then after you find you, then you find your tribe. After you find your tribe, then you find your joy. Isn't that interesting? So, okay, let's take a look at, finding, joy in itself. There is a difference between joy and happiness. Many a time people really like, happiness, joy, we, in interchange them, they're interchangeably used in statements or, things that we do. But they're totally two different things, right? Joy is something, well, let me start with happiness, because happiness is more like a surface thing that, we can find happiness by, people doing things that make us happy or us doing things that make us happy, but it's just on a temporary basis. It's based on outside, things and people making us happy. So it's not something that is long lasting. It's not something that is internal. Happiness is more external. It's more about things that are on the outside that can influence, us finding that happiness. Am I happy with my life? Am I happy with these people that are around me? Am I happy with this job? Are they doing things that make me happy? Or am I doing things that make them happy? Or am I making my spouse happy? Am I making my children happy? Am I making my friends happy so that I can be happy? Everything is external, right? It's based on what they do and what I do, or if they give me this. So that's why many a time, even when you're at a job, if you're after happiness, right, and you haven't found you, and you don't know, what you really, really want to bring out every day, it's really difficult, because then you're looking at your manager, you're looking at the colleagues, you're looking at the customers to bring you that happiness. And many a time, they don't think about bringing you happiness. They're doing their work, they're doing their lives, they're living their lives. So it's difficult, to measure your happiness, based on other people or based on what you do or get from other people. That's being happy. If we pursue happiness, we are depending on other people, we are depending on circumstances, we are depending on things, to change. We are depending on people to embrace us, to accept us. We are depending on people to really love us the way that we want to be loved. Totally, totally exhausting. Even thinking about it now, was I a person that was after happiness for probably the bulk of my life? Yes, I was, until I realized now that no, 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 that is not the thing to pursue. So, what is it that you can pursue? Pursuing joy is the ultimate thing that we can do to pursue joy. Because why? It's something that is within us. It's an inner joy that you can find, that you, when it's inside, you have full control over it. You're not depending on other people. You're not depending on you doing for other people or a circumstance happening to make you joyful. Joy comes from within. Joy is something that you can control. And I know you might say, well, wait a minute. I might not be able to control circumstances. So, how do I control my joy if I cannot control circumstances? That's the key. You can control what you do in that environment, in that circumstance. You don't have to stay in the midst of a circumstance that is not bringing you joy. You cannot stay in the midst of a circumstance that is not making you be the best version of yourself. Again, people might say, wait. It's not just easy to just pick up and go. It's not just easy to just shut the door. Well, it's not that easy, but it's easier for you to manage how you will deal with you being in that situation still, right? So there's a whole lot that joy, finding joy, that you will have more control over when you're finding joy. Joy is not about, so I can be joyful in the midst of some things and circumstances, whether it's a good environment or not, and I can find my joy in there if it's about survival and I'm in a survival mode, right? So sometimes we have to be in a survival mode where I have to be in a circumstance that I don't like being in here, but I'm safe. But it's a circumstance that I have to work maybe and provide for my family, or I have to provide for school or something, and you accommodate that, right? But there comes a time when it's not about survival. I can survive anywhere, but I have a choice. Do I want to survive here, or do I want to survive with you or without you? That's a choice, that I have to determine and find joy. So sometimes we live for the happiness and seek happiness, and sometimes we're living for the joy, which means we are more in control of our circumstances and our situations, and the joy that we find from within. How do you know? Well, great question. If you're asking, well, how do I know if I'm living on pursuing joy or on pursuing happiness? The first thing that I want to invite you to do is on my website, www.drstemi.com. I have created a self-love quiz. It's a quiz that will take you probably about 15 minutes, 20 minutes the most. But with that quiz, once you take it, we will send you a score of how you scored on that quiz, as well as the answers that you probably answered in a way that will tell you that's happiness. So those answers that you see with an X, when you get it, it means you're pursuing happiness. And you get the answers that says correct, that means you're pursuing your joy. What does pursuing happiness and pursuing joy mean? Pursuing happiness means I'm up about, I'm all about pleasing other people. I'm all about the circumstances that I have. I'm all about not being in control of my life. I'm all about being afraid, to be myself. I'm afraid to also live my life the way that I want to live it with. That's, what I will get with the more, of those X's that come in, the red X's that you see on your assessment result when you get it. And whereas when I get the check marks, that means, you know what? I am more about me, loving myself. I care about others, but I want to put me first. It's like being on the plane. I can't make you safe if I'm not safe. Because if I'm not safe, then I'm not going to be surviving, long enough to make sure that you are alive. So I have to buckle myself first so that now I have the strength, I'm comfortable, I'm safe. Now I can take care of you. So that's why this is going to be an interesting quiz. I want to invite you to take that. It's a free quiz. You don't have to pay anything, really free quiz, but it's also like a thermometer. When you go to the doctors and they do a thermometer check, and just to check to see how sick you are, right? What's your temperature? So that's what I want to do with this. We're not talking about sickness or anything, but we're talking about at least gauging where you are. Am I seeking happiness or am I seeking joy? Because joy is about within. It's about taking care of you. So self-love allows you to take back control of who you are. Self-love allows you to now be free to live your life. I mean, I'm telling you, I don't know about you, but this COVID thing came back and just like shook me to say, hey, are you living your best life? Are you making the right choices? Do you really love this one life that you have? Are you doing the best and the most that you can to enjoy that this one life? Or are you like content and just forgot that, what? We are all going to transition from this earth and go, and go to heaven, or, transition into the afterlife, whatever you want to call it, we're all going to die. That's the thing. That's another topic. We don't have to talk about that because a lot of people don't even want to talk about death. Don't want to think about death. But it's real. It's here and it's going to take all of us. But we need to be intentional about living our life and really having a joy agenda. And that's one of the things that, we talked about. So going back to that finding you. Remember, there were three things that I said she spoke about, right? And I'm going to expand on that. Finding you. And finding you is that first step. Take the assessment for self love on my website and get an idea. Am I really, really focusing on myself, finding me, which means am I living my life? Am I enjoying what I do? Am I doing what I was created to do? How do I find that? Well, is this my passion? Is this something that I really am making an impact? Or is there something else that I've been thinking that I need to do, but for some reason I haven't really been able to do that? Finding you is finding that strength to find that which you were created for, that which you are passionate about, that which is your purpose. So some people will say, you know what, I want to find my purpose. And some people say, I want to find my passion. Either way, it is finding the best version of you. And that's where that's what really drove me to create the self-love programs and self-love quiz. And I thought, you know what, these are the things that the things that I put in that quiz. These are the things that I know that I have struggled with myself in trying to find me and trying to focus on me so that I can buckle myself, strengthen myself, and be the best version of me that there is. Because when you love yourself, it's easy for other people to love you. It's easy for you to fit in, whether it's on a job, whether it's in a business, with other women, collaborating with other people, parenting your children, being an example to the children. I mean, being an example to yourself. And the best way to really look at your life is to have a whole evaluation of what has worked and what has not worked and where you want to take your life, right? So finding you is a journey that is easier when you have support. So if you're one of those people that has never been in counseling, never hired a coach, don't lose out on that opportunity to work with someone that is supportive, that can go through with you what has gone right in your life, what has gone wrong in your life, where you can write the things that you have made choices and make different choices and change your life. It's amazing. I've done the work of coaching and counseling for over 20 years, and pretty much what I say is I have been helping people find themselves for the past 25 years. It's about finding you, because the person that I start off with and the person that we terminate when we end our services is a whole totally different person, which is exciting, because then it's almost like you get an opportunity to give yourself permission to be you. And that's pretty much what it is, right? But you have the support of going through that journey and navigating that journey with a supportive person. So if you've never tried it, I want you to give yourself that opportunity to just try counseling. There's no need to struggle. There's no need to do it alone, because then you know what, there are proven methods that you can learn in order for you to transition from transform. Transition is really dying, right? That we're talking about. I'm not being transition, I'm being transformed from who you are today and who it is that you want to be, and also who it is that you were created to be, because that's a whole other realm. Once you find yourself, you loving yourself, you know who you are, you can show up and not be shaken, and not be and not compare yourself to other people and think that you are less than, and not think that because other people have done way more, and yet we are all the same age, or we went to the same school and they've done more, so that means I have done less. You'll get to embrace your life. You get to embrace your own journey. Yes, the destination is the same. We're all going to be successful. We are going to be failing at some point. We're all going to live, our lives. And then, as I said, we're all going to transition and die in the end, right? But it's important that we embrace our own journey and we find ways to find our joy and to really enjoy each day and each moment. And that's, the thing that will help you to find your tribe. Finding your tribe is something that you have to be with people that help you grow. You have to be with people that challenge you. I think once I heard this speech, I started looking at myself, because those people that really challenge me in a good way, for me to, get from where I am comfortable and content, and they challenge me to do even more, or they challenge me to explore what else I can do and what I can be. I tended to shy away from, those people, because it was scary. I don't want to do more. I don't want to be uncomfortable. But guess what? What I have learned is there is a good, being uncomfortable that certain people bring to you, because they are just challenging you to become the best version of yourself. And then there are also some that really challenge you where it's all anxiety, you're triggering anxiety, and you're triggering, and I'm off when I'm around you, or, things are just not working out and stuff. Then no, you don't need them to be your tribe, right? You will know that these people are good for me based on how you feel around that tribe, how you feel talking and being with those people. That's your tribe. So find people that bring joy to you, not the ones that bring happiness. There are people that will bring happiness, of course. There are people that will bring us happiness, and there are people that I'll bring happiness to. But now I'm about finding joy. You got to be deep. You got to be deep, deep. We just can't be on the surface, and then, I remain being on the surface. No, I want to go deep. I want to find that joy. I want to be able to spread that joy. I want to be able to explore that joy, and also help other people find their joy, right? Because once you find your tribe, then bingo, you got, you know, joy. It's easy to wake up being joyful. It's easy to attract people that make you be even more joyful each day. It's easy to be more relaxed, more calm, and more intentional. It's actually very easy for people to be drawn to you, because they know that they will feel calm and relaxed when they're around you. Is it something that's going to happen every day? Of course not. You will have days where, yep, you're going to be repelling, and people are not going to be wanting to be around you either. And you're just feeling in the funk. Like I always say with my sister, I'm just in a funk today. And it's one of those days. So whilst I'm working through that, it's really a good space to be able to realize and recognize that I'm not in that good space today. And it just doesn't feel good, like a good day. Again, with the support of, the right coach or the right counselor, it's easy to learn how to deal with those days and those moments that you're not in that right space, in that good space. That's the work that we do. And also, once you are in that space of finding your joy, you are more open to letting go of those things that are no longer working, open to learning more about what you can do with your life and how you can make changes and how you can take new strides in your life. You are more open to be the authentic you that you are. I have this saying that, you'll see on my Facebook or my social media, where I say, be you, be free, and become unstoppable. Because I believe that when you are you, which is the finding you, I say, be you, be yourself, right? It's easy to be free when you're yourself, because then you do things that and things that make you comfortable and things that make you happy. And I know that certain times we learn about people saying, well, in order to be successful, you've got to be uncomfortable. When we're talking about success, Yes, there will be things that make you uncomfortable in the sense that you're doing things that are moving you from being content, from doing the things that you know, to doing things that you've never done before, that you are learning and that are scary. But you have to do that anyway in order for you to find that success. So, yes, pertaining to that, it is something that's uncomfortable. But when it comes to you exposing yourself and being in uncomfortable environments, in unnecessary times and changes, it's a no, no, no. You've got to find your joy. You've got to be able to take responsibility for finding your joy. You've got to take responsibility for surrendering to that which you have no control over. So here's what happens. Sometimes we stay in spaces, in places, or with people that are really not helping us to find our own joy or to elevate and move to that life that we were created to live. So what happens? God, higher power, universe moves those people away, moves us from that environment, and all of a sudden you're fired from a job, or you're laid off, or you get a divorce papers and somebody says, I don't want to be in this anymore. And then we fight it, and we want to be holding on to that which is not working anymore. That is not going to help you, because then 1 minute, I was telling somebody today, I said, listen, 1 minute you're praying for your life to change, you're praying to be shifted to a place where you can elevate, you can find more joy, you can find more peace, you can even find more happiness, you get more finances, and you get all this freedom. And then in order to get there, it's a journey. It's a journey. In order to get there, pieces, people are moved from your path so that you can get exactly your prayers answered, right? What do we do? Oh no, no, this can happen. This cannot happen. No, 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 don't move that one. Oh, oh no, no, I don't want to lose this job here. What am I gonna do? And yet, that is the very path to answering that prayer that you've been. So be aware as you pursue finding your joy, that you'll be finding you'll be finding your tribe, and you'll be finding your joy. But in doing so, pieces are going to fall off and apart. People are going to move out of the way or be moved out of the way. You will be moved out of the way, because at that point, they're not bad people. It's not a bad job. It's not a bad situation. It's just not a part of answering the prayers that you've been praying for, or getting the things that you've been desiring and pursuing in your life. So I hope this piece of finding your joy will be helpful to you. But don't forget to go on my website, www.drstemi.com, and take that free self-love quiz. You'll be amazed at the results, because a lot of people have taken it and they're like, what? I didn't even know about these results, the things that they pointed out to me. So it's very interesting. So I want to invite you to go there and do that free quiz. It'll be interesting to hear your results. And then once you get the quiz and you want to go through, I give free 30-minute sessions where you and I can go through the whole thing, and just assess what's going on or what that assessment means. I will be happy to do that. On my website, again, there's a link where it says schedule to work with Dr. Stamp. You can, schedule a free session there and we can talk. And then if there's room for us to work together, we can also, pursue talking about that. If you want to be a guest, and do this with me, these lives with me, I'm always open. Inbox me, email me, send me a message, and, comment on the video where you see it and say, yes, I want to be a guest, and I will contact you and we can make it happen. But you've got to email me, make a message there and let me know. I'm always looking for guests, because, hey, I want to have this much fun with everybody else. Until next week, I'll still be here in Boston, so I'm going to come to you again from Boston next week. I'll see you next week. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. This is yours truly, Dr. Stam. And as I always say, be encouraged.